Hello, everybody, and welcome to historic Holman Stadium in Nashua, New Hampshire. Scene today of a New Hampshire Division I boys baseball playoff game. It's the first round, and it's Bishop Guertin against Winnicunnet here at Holman Stadium. John Collins, along with Tom King, will have the starting lineups for you shortly. Tim O'Neill handling the camera duties this afternoon. It is summer. It is post-Memorial Day, but still the month of May, as we are playing here on May 31st as we record this. And watching 0-0 go for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. A young man we saw play some superior basketball for Bishop Guertin, who has a fantastic arm for a basketball player, I want to say. I know my sister always hated when I said that she threw good for a girl, because she just threw good, period. Our starting pitcher today, Bob, is of course the fine basketball player for Bishop Guertin, Joe McCarthy. I was having trouble remembering Joe's last name. I knew his first name was Joe. Joe McCarthy is going to be the ace pitcher of this staff. If they're going to go far in the playoffs, it'll be on the strong right arm of 0-0, Joe McCarthy. So the leadoff batter is Ryan Mawson for Winnicunnet. They come from the Seacoast, Hampton, and Mawson Ryan, who is playing center field for the Warriors, looks at a high fastball for ball one. Line drive, base hit to right. So going with the 1-0 fastball down the middle, the opposite field, Ryan Mawson drills a single to right to start things off for the Warriors. So that's exactly what a leadoff hitter wants to do against a quality pitcher like Joe McCarthy, and that is jump on him early in the count when you know you're going to get pretty much a predictable fastball down the middle, and he wastes no time in lining one to right field. So one on and no out, and blazing fastball from McCarthy hits the outside corner to the two-hitter, Cole Jocelyn. Cole plays shortstop for Winnicunnet. Right-handed batter with that wide-open stance. Looks like Carlos Pena from the opposite side of the plate from where the Tampa Bay first baseman stands. He's got that really exaggerated knee bend in the front leg, which is wide open. It's very much Carlos Pena, a mirror image, right-handed batter. So looking for the 1-1 pitch here from McCarthy, and he misses up and away. McCarthy showing excellent velocity here early. Not quite the sharp command, perhaps, that he's shown in other games, but it is still very early in this one. Leadoff batter Ryan Mawson leading off first base. Line drive, base hit, solidly struck to center. It's going to be gobbled up out there by Colin Reed, and he throws it into second base, so no chance to go first to third there for Mawson, because that ball was so solidly struck by Cole Jocelyn. So two solidly struck singles in a row for Winnicunnet to lead off the ball game. 7 innings in New Hampshire boys baseball. This is a first-round playoff game. McCarthy in the stretch, right down Broadway with the overhand fastball right over the top. McCarthy, very much a 12-6 downhill pitcher, using that 6-foot 5-inch frame. Again over the top, fouled off to our right. Maybe a little bit extra on that to the 3-hitter in the order for Winnicunnet, Ben Garreau. Ben Garreau plays second base. And you don't see that all that often, where your number 3 hitter in the order is your second baseman. So maybe you get to the pro ranks, and then you throw Pedroia up there. Strike 3. And I don't care if you're a 3-hitter or the 9-hitter, that is nasty from Joe McCarthy, who just blazed one over the outside paint. And that is a much-needed strikeout, out number 1 here in the first half inning, as McCarthy facing a early jam here. First and second, nobody out. Now first and second, 1 out, and waving at that one, our first left-handed hitter of the game, Cam Hauze is spelled like H-A-U-Z-E, like gauze, with an H on the front. Changeup. Hawes is good for me, too. Bob Bates, who's seen his share of difficult names as the public address announcer at Stellos and Holman, agrees that we'll go with Hawes for the moment. 0-2, fastball and a changeup. Well placed by McCarthy, and he's ahead of the cleanup hitter. Trying to diffuse this first inning jam. First and second, one out, the 0-2. Upstairs, Hawes chases and strikes out. It's the second strikeout of the inning. This one's swinging. First one was looking. So first and second, nobody is now first and second with 2 out, thanks to 2 quick strikeouts by McCarthy. And here's the number 5 hitter, Christian Cronin. Much easier name. Curveball is up. I think that was the first curve we saw McCarthy try. Almost a blinding sunshine here at Holman Stadium. Beautiful day for baseball. Sun's right up top as we start this one at 4 o'clock on one of the longest daylight days of the year in very late May. It's May 31st as we record this on Nashua's ETV. John Collins to be joined by Tom King very shortly. Tim O'Neill handling our camera. That one's the upper outer corner, and not agreeing with that call was Cronin. That is a difficult pitch to catch up to unless you are a very good high ball hitter at the top of the zone. 1-1 is the count. They play Cronin straight away at all positions. Maybe a slight step to the left of center. That one's high and deep to left. This is going to be a long run for the center fielder, but he cruises underneath it. What great closing speed by Colin Reed to run that down and make it look easy, as Cronin gave it a ride to the deep left center gap, but it was an easy play in the end for Cronin. Fly ball out ends the inning. So 2 quick base hits, followed by a couple of Ks and a fly ball, and Joe McCarthy diffuses that threat by the Winnicunnet Warriors, as we'll get our first look at the Winnicunnet starter here very shortly. There are 2 games on our schedule today. It's a 4 o'clock and a 7 o'clock doubleheader here at historic Holman Stadium. First round boys baseball playoff games. Also going on at this very moment up in Concord, the number 1 seed in the New Hampshire Division I boys baseball tournament. Concord hosting Nashua High South is going on elsewhere in the state. And that was a that was an 8-5 loss for South back on April 30th, I believe it was. South gave up a home run to Cody Fern. It was a Concord player that went 3 for 4 in that game. He was a tremendous offensive force in that 8-5 victory for Concord. Cody Fern is not in the tournament. The Tide's best hitter has a fractured forearm and will miss the New Hampshire boys baseball tournament. So arguably the best hitter in the state on the sidelines as Concord tries to go for the title and take advantage of their very impressive regular season record. They'll have some work to do, though, to go all the way without one of their best hitters. They still have their pitching, of course, but not operating on all cylinders. An 8-5, that's a pretty close game for a 16 seed for Nashua South. So anything can happen up there. If they continue to win, they'll be playing the winner of Trinity Londonderry on Saturday. And I believe the winner of this game, well, actually, I don't know exactly who will be moving on, who this team, winner of this game, will be moving on to play. Welcome, Tom King.
John Collins, you already had the lineups up here, and I went down to get the lineups. So how did you have all this information?
Bob obtained it. I take no credit for Bob Bates' hard work. So,
or my hard work.
Yes.
Well, Joe McCarthy did a great job to get out of trouble there. First 2 men on, and he pitches his way out, and he uses his best weapon, the strikeout.
Dennis Abalera fouls it straight back to the screen, and that is strike one. Just underway. The Winnicunnet going with the left-handed ace to start the game. Tom, I assume BG, of course, hosting the game. They're the higher seed. I, of course, foolishly did the research on the Nashua South Concord.
Good job,
game.
John.
Yes.
Good job.
Which is going. I can tell you anything you want to know about that game, but here we are with Bishop Guertin.
Good job. I actually didn't research the Winnicunnet BG game, but I know the Cardinals won. I know McCarthy pitched. I know there's no qualms about throwing McCarthy against them again in Scott Painter's mind. And McCarthy showed it. He used his best weapon to strike out in the first inning. And now up ahead in the count right now is Abalera, up 2-1, up 2-1.
Connor McCarty is the pitcher for Winnicunnet.
Yeah, when in doubt, go lefty. You know, that's what I always say with high school baseball. When in doubt, go lefty. Go left.
And I believe what would be Jared
Drive
Maloney.
fast, go left.
You're supposed to stay to the right in America, please.
No, but
there's enough bad
that's
drivers
the auto
on
racing
road.
motto. Drive fast, turn left.
Also, when you're in the supermarket, stay to the right, please. Ground ball to the left side of the infield is snagged. Nice scoop made over there by the first baseman for Winnicunnet. That was Christian Cronin who made the nice scoop at first base on the throw across the diamond from Cam Hawes. So it's 1 up, 1 down as they get the pesky leadoff hitter Abalera here to begin the ball game. So 1 up, 1 out. Struck solidly the left foul.
How did you like the way Colin Reed, as they said in the dugout, he just glides to the ball? How did you like the fact that he ran that ball down at center field? From the dugout point of view, it looked like as though that ball was going to drop in.
In the over 30 league, that's a double or a triple?
I think so.
Here, it was like, not only did he get to it, though, what impressed me was how easy he made it look. It wasn't that close to him, believe me, when that ball went up.
Yep.
Up and away with the fastball, and it is a 0-1 count. 2 hits for Winnicunnet to lead off the ball game, but those runners were stranded. As Tom said, Joe McCarthy, great work to get out of the jam. 2 strikeouts and a fly ball that was run down by Colin Reed in deep left center. And he ran about 50 yards in 5 seconds to
but as they said in the dugout, just glides. Just glides.
Yeah. Is he one of those guys that never has to dive for
Evidently.
a ball like Joe DiMaggio?
Evidently.
Who I
Boy,
maintain just, you know, didn't want to get dirty.
Is it just me, or is it very dry in this stadium? I think balls.
It is you.
I think balls are going to bounce hard off this turf.
No, it's like a desert today. Apparently.
Are you hearing me in the microphone?
Yes, I'm hearing you
Sometimes
loud
I'm not
and clear.
hearing myself. So.
McCarty, the pitcher, took something off, fouled into the stands. About the 4th row, where some fans danced around the ricochet. John Collins with Tom King. It is a beautiful May 31st here at historic Holman Stadium. Tim O'Neill handling our camera. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson of Nashua's ETV, set up this doubleheader. Check swing, and the home plate umpires got it as strike 3 swinging.
Oh, this is the second time, and that was Reed. This is the second time in a year in a row we've had this doubleheader. Guertin played the first game last year. If they're both in the top 8, they're going to play here, and they're going to play in the first round, and it'll be a doubleheader.
Right, and then if they both win, they'll be
playing each other
on Saturday.
Well, it's supposed to be Saturday, but I hear the weather gods aren't going to cooperate, so we'll have to wait and see.
The 3-hitter for Bishop Guertin is Matt Morris, who is DHing in place of the second baseman.
Yeah, Matt Moraes, I believe is how you say it.
Matt Moraes, excuse me, Matt. You're right. It's AIS.
Inside.
Matt doesn't take a
he's
heck of a lot of effort to get out of the way, but
he's
it does not hit him.
He's DHing for James Camiso, the second baseman. So
And,
Camiso will not hit for himself.
Right. I was pointing out how
McCarthy on deck.
Unusual it is. Ben Garreau is the 3-hitter for Winnicunnet, and he is the second baseman. Usually you don't see the heavy hitters play second at the high school level.
Yeah, once in a while
you could.
You can. You
Yeah.
could.
Jerry Remy. Actually, he was a shortstop at Somerset High School.
Was he?
Yeah. I remember because he was almost one of my peers. He was just a few years ahead.
I was going to say, yeah. Exactly.
Foul back to the screen.
We're dating ourselves now, Jim.
Yeah. So McCarty may be a McMystery to the BG team tentative swings we've seen so far early in this one. That's go lefty, as Tom said, but maybe go new for Winnicunnet against this BG team. Maybe you haven't seen him before. Ground ball to the second baseman. Throws late to first and just in time, according to our first base umpire. Our first very close play of the game, but it is out number 3 of the first inning. So after one full, Winnicunnet certainly had the greater threat, but both teams do not score, and we go to the second inning, 0-0 here at historic Holman Stadium.
What another beautiful day for baseball.
So tell me more about Saturday.
Well, there's supposed to be rain Saturday, so we'll have to wait and see whether or not they're able to play the second round. But first things first, John, you got to get by this round. You know, you can't count your chickens before they hatch in the NHI world of the NHIAA single elimination baseball postseason. One loss and you're done. One and done. Guertin was one and done last year. A tough. They came in as I think in the top 4, 12-6 record, surprised everybody. This year, 10-8. They would trade the dip in the regular season mark for a couple of tournament wins, no doubt about it. They've got the guy on the mound to do it, in Mr. Perfect, Joe McCarthy. He only went 3-3 this year, which is surprising. And one of those 3 wins is a perfect game. He's got the velocity. 56 strikeouts. If my memory serves me correctly, I think it's 56 strikeouts in 43 innings. Not bad for a high school pitcher.
It would be interesting to see McCarthy versus Mellon in the playoff game. Jake Mellon, who was a very good basketball player for North and also an excellent pitcher. Joe McCarthy, an excellent pitcher and a very good basketball player for BG. It'd be sort of like Bird Magic,
exactly.
In Nashua, going at it on the mound. Very difficult to score runs.
Who are you saying for North? Who are you saying for North?
Jake Mellon.
Yeah, but that won't be the case, though. They're both pitching today, so they won't pitch the next game.
Well, I was thinking about that rain out you're talking about.
That won't do it. That won't do it.
Not enough rest?
No. They'll go with the number 2s. They've changed the rule, evidently, from what they say. Another hit off McCarthy. Wow.
Yeah, they're jumping on that first pitch fastball.
They are jumping on that first pitch fastball.
That is the game plan, Tom.
And that was the pitcher, McCarty, right?
Yes, it was. McCarty. And, as good as velocity as Joe has on that fastball, he has been putting it right down the middle.
If they're looking for it, they'll time it.
Right. So it's where we picked up in the first inning was with a leadoff single, actually 2 leadoff singles. They had first and second with nobody out. And the first batter here in the second inning bangs one through the shortstop hole. High fastball really pops the mitt, but it is high. Al McQuarrie doing the catching for Bishop Guertin for Joe McCarthy. Shortstop and second baseman are at double play depth. Waves at the bunt, and it's 1-1.
I think if we see North in a quarterfinal, they'd probably throw McCarthy with their second game, tournament game. Guertin they could go with Moraes. They could go with a bunch of people.
Jeremy Valsic is your left-handed batter here for Winnicunnet. Move by McCarthy. With those long legs, you're at a disadvantage.
Would you have McCarty steal? He doesn't look like he's got the build for a lot of speed.
No.
He's pitching. I don't think you want to really risk it if he's pitching.
A lot of wear and tear.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think you're going to see him go. That's why McCarthy ought to just concentrate on the hitter. But he's obviously rattled. He's out of rhythm right now. I think McCarthy needs to strike out to get himself into rhythm. But Winnicunnet is jumping on him.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch.
There it is.
Good gas.
Yeah, exactly. Throw your best when you're backed up a little bit.
Even when you know it's coming, that is tough to hit.
Yeah.
And McCarthy reached back for something extra there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wouldn't be surprised to see him go right back to the number 1. But getting a piece of it and fouling it off to the side, Jeremy Valchik. On deck, Chris Saba, the DH for Winnicunnet. Nobody out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a runner at first base. Leadoff single by McCarty, the starting pitcher for Winnicunnet, with a moderate lead at first. That one misses up and away. A good take by Valsic, who seemed to see that right out of the hand of Joe McCarthy. Not even a a flinch to let that one go up and away. Let's see if McCarthy is able to put away Valsic. Throw to first instead, and he does not heed Tom's advice. 3-2. You want to really put your concentration right here. But you know what? The thought may be that maybe this guy's such a contact hitter, they might send him.
Send him on the pitch.
3-2?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Fastball, and that's maybe the reason why.
No contact, so that'll do it.
Yeah, as much as you might be a contact hitter, some pitchers like this will make you a no contact hitter.
And that was a high fastball too. So at that point in time, Al McQuarrie had a good chance to gun down the runner at second. He would have been standing up almost when he made the throw.
Right. Now the DH comes up, Saba. Chris, the first name, 1 out. Still 1 runner aboard at first base. McCarthy, in the first inning, proved to get very tough when he allowed men on base, and he's doing the same routine here in the second inning. First round playoff game, single elimination, one and done here in New Hampshire boys baseball, and that's why you throw your ace right out of the gate. That one almost hit the batter. Instead, it hit the handle of the bat for a foul ball, strike 2. Trying to open up the hips and get the bat head out. It turned into a check swing that ended up protecting himself for Saba, but he's down in the count 0-2. McCarthy, who's thrown from the set a lot in this game, just misses.
He hit the target.
He did.
McQuarrie set the target outside with the 0-2, and that's a good spot for it. You don't know if you're going to catch the corner or not. You might as well try, and he almost caught it. Almost caught that corner.
I really thought that call could have went either way.
It could have. I've seen that call. I've seen hitters get rung up on those pitches plenty of time in high school baseball.
He goes back down and in.
If I were him, I'd go back out again.
McCarthy can bring it. There's no radar gun here at Holman Stadium, Tom, but we've done a lot of Nashua Pride games over the years, and his fastball rivals a lot of good fastballs we've seen.
At the North-South game we did high, as he was looking again to go outside, just got that up high. The North-South game we did, they tried to set up the radar gun here. The Silver Knights did.
Yeah. I think we're looking at least high 80s here.
Well, could be.
Yeah. Up the middle and through into center field. Good job by Saba.
At least high 80s, and you know what got McCarthy in trouble there, John?
Location down the middle.
Yeah, but you know what? Throw a changeup. Get another pitch.
Yeah.
You know, don't just try to gun it all the time. Get another pitch. Get the hitter off balance.
Right. They're on balance.
They're on balance all the way. I mean, Saba was on him. I mean, it was location. And so now McCarthy again with runners at first and second, this time 1 out.
So the catcher batting in the 9 spot is Brandon McLeod, and he gets to hit with men on first and second and 1 out, and he looks at a high fastball, ball 1. Same situation revisited for Joe McCarthy. He had first and second and nobody out, and then 1 out in the first inning. He's gone back to first and second and 1 out here in the second. The 1-0. Trying to tomahawk one at his chin.
That was a pitch.
Was McLeod.
Strength against.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's one, you're advised not to swing at, but if you ever do connect, it's going to go. That's one of those Dustin Pedroia specials.
They always swing at that.
Yeah.
Up and in.
Yeah. I mean, from watching the Red Sox, we can see it is possible to hit that, but you have to have Dustin Pedroia swinging that cement sack over the shoulder batting style in order to do it. Otherwise, you should not try it at home. McCarthy with the 1-1 pitch. And he goes right up there again.
He does.
And this time,
quick visit. But that was way out of the zone. But now Painter's going to come out and talk to McCarthy and try to settle him down a little bit. He's down on the count 2-1. He's got to remind McCarthy what's working. Scott's a very, very good coach. Doesn't say a whole lot, but whatever he says will be quick and to the point, and it was, as he didn't waste a whole lot of time out there with McCarthy. Very quick message. But boy, if I'm McQuarrie, I'm trying to see if I can get McCarthy to throw something off speed to get these Warrior hitters off stride.
McCarty, the starting pitcher for Winnicunnet, has spent a lot of time on base, not really working that hard except for standing out in the heat for the last 10 to 15 minutes as McCarthy works deliberately through the top of the second here. First and second, one out, waved at.
He took something off that, I think, just a little bit.
I think you're right. The batter was ahead and he was off balance.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
By the way, enjoy the heat today. This is probably the last. This is the warmest day we're going to have for a while, from what I've seen.
Well, the inner weatherman has just sprung out of you today.
Oh yeah. Well, this is tournament time. You know, you have to pay. That's the pitch we were talking about.
Yes.
That time he got it.
He did.
And I think the reason he got it, it was a little bit more up in the zone and looked hittable, and it did have part of the plate.
And yeah, it was 1 inch closer to the plate.
About maybe an inch or two.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's tournament time. You got to pay attention to the weather now.
Right.
These games are they come and they go, and they get moved around, and your whole schedule gets thrown off.
So McCarthy, following a pattern here in the first and second innings, put 2 on and strike 2 out.
There's a curve. It's the first time we've seen that pitch.
He threw a high one that missed at the very beginning of the game.
Again, I didn't see it because I was in the dugout.
Right, that's the first strike he's thrown with the curve, though, and
that's why he's been throwing the fastball so much. But I think
he missed with the fastball there.
I think a changeup that doesn't have as much movement on it would be ideal for him.
By the way, we're back to the top of the order, and this is Ryan Mawson,
who singled.
Yeah, he jumped on the 1-0 pitch, and it's 1-1 right now. Let's see if he gets that fastball. He is swinging.
And overswung.
And this time, McCarthy maybe made a mental note the last time Mawson lined a single to right, Tom. It was a fastball away on 1-0. He came inside with that.
Try to stay in. Yep.
Yeah. Mawson, the center fielder for Winnicunnet, trying to plate a run here with a single and 2 outs.
It would be a big gap, big gap in center field. Doesn't he? Look at that gap.
He sure does. And
wow, for a guy who is shading him that way, you know, trying to protect a little bit in left field, but I guess that is this because Reed is so good at floating to the ball. Oh, nice pitch. That's what you're looking for right there. The off speed to get him off stride.
That is the 5th strikeout of the game in 2 innings for Joe McCarthy.
Boy, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left again for Winnicunnet. They have left 4 on in their first 2 at-bats, first 2 innings, that is, and no score here as we head to the bottom of the second.
Yeah, testament to how tough McCarthy is with runners on base. Really bore down in both innings and threw some real quality pitches to the batters that had RBI opportunities. So McCarty, who stood on the field as a base runner for just about all of that, is going to just gets his glove and stays right out there on the mound to throw a half inning here. And this might be a good spot for BG to capitalize on.
Well, that's
a little dehydration, maybe.
I've been out there a lot, so we're standing out there a lot. That was a long top of the second with McCarthy, McCrory, and Lund. But
it's going to be McCarthy versus McHardy here, as Joe will pick up a helmet and lead it off.
It's a lot of McHars, that's for sure.
Yeah.
McHars.
And just not putting a lot of value in the warm-up tosses is McCarty.
I wouldn't if I were him.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to waste
bullets.
Save
your energy.
Yeah, because this guy right here is an imposing figure at the plate, Joe McCarthy.
What a day.
Wow. Sure about that weather forecast?
Positive.
Yeah, because it just seems so nice right now.
It'll be nice tomorrow, too. It'll be a little cooler.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those cloudy stretches again, with a shower here or a shower there. And that always tends to screw things up.
It was a 1-2-3 first inning for McCarty. McCarthy here batting as the cleanup hitter in the BG order, the 1-0. Hits the upper outer corner with the fastball.
That's a pitch McCarthy could drive easily to right field.
Took the first strike that he saw. It's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Waves at a changeup that dipped below the zone, and it's 1-2. Some batting coach locally must be teaching that open stance for the right-handed batter. A lot of them start off that way.
You know who I saw the other day? It was a guy who we haven't seen in a while and worked with Butch Hobson at the Pride, Bob Caswell.
Oh, yeah. What's he up to?
Who was he coaching
The hitting
for?
coach for the Pride.
He was in uniform the other night, I believe.
Misses low with the fastball. It's 2-2.
He's helping out north or south. He's helping out one of the Nashua schools, I'm pretty sure, hitting-wise.
Bob Caswell was, and I'm sure still is, an active youth baseball coach. Fastball, strike 3 as McCarty stepped it up a notch and hit his spot on the outside corner. McCarthy was a tad late on the swings. That's the second strikeout for McCarty. 1 out here in the second inning. And Al McQuarrie is the batter, the catcher for Bishop Guertin.
Feels like it's St. Patrick's Day. All these mix.
Strike with the curveball. So McCarty's showing that he's got quite a repertoire of pitches, too. He's got the changeup, the fastball, and the curve.
Most lefties do, don't they, John?
It seems like they've got it all. Yeah, I saw one last night. Yeah.
What are you hitting now, by the way? What are you hitting? What's the average up to?
I'm at 400.
You're at 400.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
in the men's league.
Says modestly.
But, you know, that's like 4 for 10. It's early in the season still. We've had so many rainouts.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I thought you would had more at bats than that.
Right. Doug Flutie hit a couple of bombs last night. Not homers, but double, triple. Yeah.
What team does he play for?
Natick Knights. He gets better every year. It's amazing. He just he started hitting for average a couple of years ago. Now he's going for extra base hits.
Always a great athlete. And he played a ton of sports in high school.
And Darren was playing short. His brother, who played professional football as well, and he's got a hip problem. The old age is kicking in.
The wide receiver?
Oh yeah, his speed was stripped away last night. Still got 3 hits. And he couldn't run.
Couldn't run.
So we have gone to a 2-2 count here on McQuarrie with 1 out and nobody on in the second inning of a first-round boys New Hampshire Division I playoff game here at historic Holman Stadium. The curveball hits the outside corner.
What a great pitch. Broke from the outside in.
Yep, and he caught McQuarrie browsing.
Just had him frozen. Now, Guertin is the same thing for the Cardinals almost every year. They're going to be as good as they swing the bats. They always seem to have decent pitching. You know, they have to make the routine play, but that's just the case for any high school team. But Guertin has never been really good with the bats traditionally, and this is one thing that they need to do. They're going to have to hit, and right now they're showing that McCarty is a challenge for them.
Jeff Lunn is the batter, the first baseman for Bishop Guertin. Big right-handed batter. Grounds it sharply, but catching it before the second hop. Third baseman Cam Hawes across the diamond to easily get the runner. And that is another 1-2-3 inning for, to this point, a very impressive McCarty is mowed him down.
Got one of those few fastballs right over the heart of the plate, and Lund jumped on it, but grounds it right to third base.
So it is a pitcher's duel here through 2 innings of play. We're scoreless. Going on right now, it's Concord against Nashua South.
It's not quite a pitcher's duel. It's scoreless, but McCarthy struggled.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't a pitcher's duel.
I'm not seeing too many comfortable batters with men in scoring position, though. So.
No, he's gotten. he's got 5 strikeouts already.
Yeah.
So, but at the same point in time, 4 hits.
Right.
So he's pitching his way 2 innings in a row out of trouble.
What do you predict as far as Concord against Nashua South? It's not a gimme, right? 8-5 during the regular season.
I don't go by regular season games because you don't know who pitched, you don't know what the deal was.
I'll tell you what happened because I did the research.
But I'll tell you what.
8-5 game. Cody Fern 3 for 4 for Concord in that game with a home run.
They are
fractured forearm out for the tournament.
They are a hitting team. Concord is a hitting team. They've got plenty of other hitters besides him.
They had 3 other hitters that had 2 or 3 hits.
They have a team that can bash the ball.
Yeah.
And as the top seed, always tough to advance when you're the top seed in terms of making it all the way to the finals. It's a pretty big gauntlet.
So you figure that Maloney's going?
But they can. I would think Mahoney is going to go.
Jared Maloney.
And then you've got as a coach said to me, you know, with Christie and Maloney. Those are two pitchers that anybody would love to have in a tournament.
Right.
So, and South's got them both. So we'll see whether John Roper needs to use them both or not today. He'd love to save Christie for a second game.
Leading off the top of the third inning, short.
Top three, no score here at Holman Stadium. New Hampshire Division I boys playoff game as Joe McCarthy unfurls that large and lanky frame of his and throws a blazing fastball just outside of the zone. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Hard hit to center.
Another one. Boy.
Well, they're just laying in wait for that fastball, and when it catches too much of the zone, we've seen some solid singles, as Tom said. He's not willing to give McCarthy his half of the pitcher's duel.
This is not a hapless Winnicunnet team. They're a 10-10 team. They won 8-9.
They are warriors.
They won their share of games during the regular season. So Cole is on first base. Cole Jocelyn.
Leading off here in the third inning with a solid base hit. Jocelyn, who had also singled in the first inning, is 2 for 2. And you would think that the shortstop, batting in the 2 spot, may have some speed to burn here.
And that may make McCarthy not want to stay away from the steady diet of off-speed pitches because he doesn't want to see that runner in scoring position.
That might have been the one to go on for Jocelyn, and it was a slow curve that missed away. 1 ball, no strikes. Now you would imagine that McCarthy...
That didn't miss by much,
No,
John,
it didn't.
Yeah.
It looked like the angle could have got the call.
I was shocked that they didn't call that a strike. That's a strike. It was in the same spot.
A little straighter, and gets the call. 1-1 pitch coming. McCarthy doesn't have the quickest move to first base. That's rather modest lead for Winnicunnet's base runner. Hard hit to left field, base hit. That's going to be first and second. It is right at the left fielder.
Telling you, Winnicunnet on top of the ball.
Yeah, they're hitting well.
6 hits in the first 2 0/3 innings.
Left fielder's Eric Damphus was standing in the right spot to field that hard hit single by the 3-hitter Ben Garreau, who had struck out his first time. Now he's 1 for 2. And here we go again, Tom. 2 runners aboard. Ground ball toward the second baseman. Nice high hop. Throw to first is going to go over everybody. And a run is going to score in the back door. 1-0 Winnicunnet. A base runner is stranded between first and second in the rundown. The runner steps around the first baseman.
Still there.
And
I think McCarthy's got to go after him, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He does.
I'll tell you what was the little bit of a danger there for a BG. The shortstop for Bishop Guertin was standing in a spot where if you're in the rundown, all you have to do is take a step and run into him and claim interference because he wasn't getting
Scott
the feed.
Painter's going out to the mound. I mean, who do we have at second base? They call that safe at second? They said he's safe at second base. See, that's what I'm talking about. What's he doing at second?
So what happened was the guy that hit the ball thought that second base was empty because he assumed that the force play was made.
on, and he gets tagged out. But I think Painter's going out to argue to play at second base.
Instead, the only out of the inning was awarded on the rundown.
Right.
Now, you saw the play with the naked eye, and I saw
it. It looked like he was out to me.
Didn't he use the base as his platform?
Yeah. I mean, in fact, what happened was Garreau slid in hard and upended the shortstop to the point where the ball was thrown errantly. So,
wow.
You know, Abdulera threw it high because he was
being hit.
He was in midair when he made the throw.
Curveball.
So they must say he
corner.
missed the bag somewhere, somehow, because that hop was perfect. That hop was absolutely perfect to Camiso at second base.
Yeah, it was even on the way.
So
that
it
he was
goes
moving.
as a fielder's choice and E6.
Two quick curveballs to Christian Cronin, the first baseman for Winnicunnet, is down in the count 0-2.
And a surprising chance to put his team up 2 runs. But that, instead of 2 outs and a runner at third, it's 1 out, a runner at second, and a run in for the Warriors. So not exactly the play the Cardinals were looking for when they had a chance to make it.
Cronin is the guy that flew out the deep left center his first time up. No, he did not go, says
go.
the second base umpire. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I think it was too. But boy, that was a surprising call at second.
Yeah, that was.
You know, from our standpoint, maybe we might, you know, viewers at home when they see this might see a little bit of replay on that. I don't know how. Tim O'Neill, what do you think? Couldn't tell. All right.
Pick off play. Nope. Bluff.
Tim O'Neill
swung on and missed.
Tim O'Neill non-committal. That's a shot.
He just tells the truth if he misses
right.
it. That is a steady diet of curveballs that Christian Cronin saw, and he swings and misses for the 6th strikeout of the game for Joe McCarthy.
If they only get away with 1 run here, Guertin could feel, you know, somewhat relieved, and Winnicunnet will be saying they need more. But at the same point in time, the Cardinals, that would have been the 3rd out of the inning. You know, that would have done it. McCarthy'd be in the dugout right now.
Stepping in the bucket and waving at that slow curveball was Connor McHardy, the starting pitcher for Winnicunnet.
He waved at it because he looked like he was intent on hitting his third base coach with the ball.
Another
bailed,
one.
Bailed right out.
He's a throws left and bats right guy, which are the rarest combination in baseball. Ricky Henderson was a throws left, bats right guy. Very limited numbers of those guys. I played with one in college, in high school actually, Joe Kelly. They retired his number at Stonehill. He was a great center fielder. Threw left and batted right. Joe Kelly could go get him like nobody I've ever seen, except maybe Ellsbury and those guys. Excellent player. McCarty, the starting pitcher for Winnicunnet, wants to help himself, but he can't because he's helpless against that good curve. 7th strikeout for McCarthy gets him out of the inning, but not before they get one in the back door. It's a 1-0 Winnicunnet lead on a botched double play ball for Bishop Guertin as they bat here, or come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mistakes can often be the story. You've written many of them, Tom, and defensive lapses have cost many a team in their march to the championship.
Yeah, and Guertin now, if I'm not mistaken, they were down in last year's tournament game. They've got to, you work so hard from, not only your off season, watching these guys, seeing if they're working out indoors or playing other sports, and then getting everything organized together and getting a team out there and in March and working out and everything else. And now here we are, the last day in May, and you want to see something for it. And you got to where you wanted to be. You got a home field, and now you just want to take advantage of it. And they're not able to. They're down already 1-0, and they're lucky they're not down more.
Right. Of course, you didn't come into this game expecting to win by scoring no runs, so they still have that.
They've got to hit this lefty, and it doesn't look like the first time through they've been able to. So
not comfortable, no.
We'll have to see now. I mean, we're only still now 7, 8, 9, so we haven't even gone through the whole order yet. So
yeah.
Meanwhile, when it seems like their hitters about 3 times.
I got the binoculars out. I'm going to zoom in on that bat.
Leadoff batter for the Cardinals in the last of the 3rd inning. 3rd baseman, number 32, John McQuarrie.
It's a real wood bat looking bat, but I can't proclaim it as wood because it's got the giant Easton label on it, and even though it's dull black, we'll have to wait for the ping. 1 ball and no strikes. And it's a strike on the outside corner. McCarty's pitch. Up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. McQuarrie is your catcher for BG, leading off. Tomahawks it right at the 3rd baseman. So Cam Hawes was standing right in the path of that liner by McQuarrie. 1 up, 1 down. It was a loud out, but still. moving right along. 7 up and 7 down through 2 1/3 for McCarty. The pitcher misses high. Nolan Cornell with his first chance. Connor McCarty, very talented left-hander as he winds and delivers. Took everything off of that
Tell you, lefty pitchers. They know how to work you.
They are deceitful.
They are.
A nasty lot.
They are, I'm telling you. Are you righty-righty?
I'm lefty batter and a righty
Oh,
thrower.
lefty batter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Why do you think I don't like them?
That's right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. No doubt about it.
That's why I love when David Ortiz goes deep off the lefties. He's having a great year in that respect this year. Misses away. Tell you, if you see him enough, you can solve him. But sometimes when you just see a lefty for the first time, he's got a bag of tricks, it's really difficult.
For a lefty hitter, it's almost impossible, isn't it?
Nolan Cornell waiting for the 3-1. He's in the catbird seat here, and he takes a walk. I think that is the first walk, obviously issued by.
First walk of the game.
Yeah, because it's the first base
That's
runner.
the one
he's
thing.
allowed.
Both pitchers have done a great job of getting command of the strike zone. So the hitters have been up there swinging away.
Eric Damphus, the 9 batter.
37 is left fielder Eric Damphouse.
Eric Damphouse is the 9 batter in the
Musical
order.
voice of Bob Bates.
Yeah.
In the public address booth.
And it's the 9th batter that McCarty has faced here as he swings to the first pitch and lines a base hit to left center. Is going to get by the center fielder? No, but it's enough to get the lead runner to third and not wasting any time. The first pitch he has seen today, Eric Damphouse lines it to left center for nearly extra bases. And now BG in really good position to perhaps tie this one up with their lead batter, Abalera, coming up.
Well, the way that was hit, the only question I had was whether Mawson could run it down. I thought that might have some gap power to it, but it didn't. A little bit deceptive, and Mawson does a good job, gets over there in time, and gets the throw into the infield to prevent any further damage instead of first and third. Obviously, Cornell was going to go from first to third on a ball hit like that.
He got a good jump.
Yep.
And spinning a curve high. And that's going to precipitate a conversation between catcher and pitcher.
Well, this is where you find out about your pitcher because it's the first time he's in trouble.
That's right. McCarthy's been in trouble 3 times in a 3, and he's allowed 1 run. Now this is the first jam of any kind for Connor McCarty. And he's going to face the 1, 2, 3 batters in the order for Bishop Guertin here, unless he can get a double play and get out of it. Abalera waiting the 1-0. Bunt, the squeeze is on, and it's a fouled bunt.
Painter up to his old tricks. Got the squeeze on, trying to rattle the lefty.
Yeah.
I guess why not? Get your leadoff hitter up there. He's a pretty good contact man. Grounded to short his first time up. Now the element of surprise is done.
Right.
So now you got to play. But now Abalera with the runner with the third baseman playing in, he could just pull one of those pitches and just lace it to left field if he gets one he can get around on.
The 1-1 pitch is on the way. They do try it again, but only going as far as the third baseman and diving back his corner.
Well, there's the luck you have it. The first squeeze brings the third baseman in on the grass. The second one doesn't work. But because the third baseman is in so far, there's nowhere for the catcher to throw to.
So good base running by Nolan Cornell as he just went as far as the third baseman and he didn't cross the line.
But unfortunately, Abalera is down on count 1 and 2. This could be a big strikeout here.
Instead, he takes one high.
Yeah, I thought that we were going to see fastball.
Does not chase.
Because McCarty would be going for the punch out.
Dennis Abalera grounded to third to lead off for BG in the first inning.
You're going to go off speed here. You're going to come right at him inside. What are you going to do, John?
I'm thinking like
off
the hitter.
Speed.
I'm trying to lay off that. Now I got a 3-2, and I got to look fastball and adjust to whatever else. And 3 balls and 2 strikes. Question is, does Scott Painter send the runner at first base, Tom King, who's Eric Damphouse, your left fielder?
I would. He's got some speed. And here you are It's too bad the squeeze didn't work. Those are the 2 strikes that Abalera's got to face.
Because you always have the opportunity, perhaps, of a double steal of home.
Of course, tough with
Even
the
with
lefty.
the strikeout.
Yeah, tough with the lefties. He's looking right at you.
Yep. You got to actually sacrifice a big jump to make sure. He does go. He got a good jump. Slow curve, hits the outside corner. No throw down to second as Abalera gets caught browsing.
Boy, he got caught browsing, but got caught with a pitch that, maybe by the time it reached the catcher's mitt, it was a strike, but I don't know if that crossed the plate. That had a lot of weird movement to it that I thought was a ball, and I think Abalera thought so too.
So the sacrifice fly is out the window, and perhaps the squeeze too with 2 outs.
And here's Reed with runners in scoring position, chance to do some damage, and he's ahead in the count already, 1-0.
Colin Reed, who
struck out looking his
it was
first time up.
Check swing strikeout, was it? The 1-0 stepping off and wanting a conference with his catcher is McCarty. Big situation here, trailing 1-0. A base hit could give them the lead, not just tie it up. And they have one of their best hitters up there, Colin Reed, the center fielder for Bishop Guertin. And he's got a 1-0 pitch coming. 3rd inning, the 1-0, up and in. Cornell, very active base runner down at 3rd, looking for any kind of a wild pitch that he might be able to score the equalizer on. Meanwhile, the 3-hitter is on deck. And that's Matt Moraes waiting for his chance. The 2-0. And now it's looking like they're pitching around Reed with first base empty. 3 balls and no strikes. Does he have the green light? I think in this situation, this is one where your 3-0 pitch might be better than anything the next batter sees. So you are almost obligated to take a shot. And it goes right down the middle. And that's one situation where it's not necessarily a good team play to take a 3-0 pitch, because there's no guarantee that the next batter is going to see a fastball down Broadway that's so predictable as that. And you could plate 2 runs by striking it solidly rather than basically working for a walk. Something I learned only after about 30 years of baseball, that's one spot where you really don't want to take a 3-0, Tom. There's a ball in the dirt, and he does get the walk, but here's my argument.
Go ahead.
You're up at bat, 3 balls and no strikes, 2nd and 3rd. And you're envisioning as a batter, I want a fastball right down the middle, and then I will swing at it. Because the next guy, there's no guarantee that McCarty won't throw 3 brilliant pitches to Moraes, and he won't see anything resembling a fastball down the middle, that predictable.
I disagree.
Strike call. You're about to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I may be.
If he throws 3 nasty pitches to Moraes, now you have taken a fastball down the middle.
But at the same time, he doesn't have the liberty that he had with nobody on. He's got to come over the plate. See, and he does right there, and it's snagged. But that was a hittable pitch. He's got to come on the plate. He's got to be on target.
Nasty changeup, off balance.
No, that was a line drive.
Bat speed.
No,
slowed his bat.
Line drive that if you don't have a tall third baseman, he's not making a catch.
Soft line drive. He slowed his bat speed.
I just tell you right now, that was a very hittable pitch, and he missed it.
Take my advice, folks. 3-0 fastball down the middle. Don't trade it for that.
Well, he didn't get a 3-0. He didn't get a 3-0
He got 2 off-speed pitches.
He got off speed.
Which you don't know what's coming.
But he got off speed.
You see what I'm saying?
But you know what?
All right, 3-0, what's coming, Tom? 3-0, what's coming?
In this situation with first base open?
Yeah.
Probably an off-speed pitch.
Well, the last guy got a 3-0 fastball right down the middle.
No, he didn't. He got a curveball in the dirt, and he walked.
Oh, no, that was a 3-1 pitch.
That was 3-0.
No, before you put your headphones on.
Oh, okay.
It was
3-1 down. And you're saying he should have swung at that.
Exactly.
Right.
Because that is your best opportunity to play 2 runs. Because the next guy is not going to be guaranteed a fastball down the middle that he knows is coming.
I agree with that, but I'm also surprised that he threw Reed a 3-0 fastball right down the middle.
And you know what? You're right. That is going to
because there's no reason to. You've got first base open. What's the damage?
Well, you got the 3-hitter. You
got a hitter who grounded out to second base his first time up. You know.
Yeah. But that happens in the pros.
Yeah,
You'll
does.
see a
Of course it
guy,
does.
a really good hitter.
At
who's up
3-0,
there,
he'll get the green
take
light.
it.
Well,
Yeah, but a lot of guys will take
it. Right.
And they're not doing their team any favor because now the pitcher bears down on the next guy like there is no tomorrow because there isn't because the bases are loaded. And he throws
but
3
you know
nasty
what? Murray's
pitches.
got a good pitch to hit, and it was a good defensive play.
You call it a good pitch hit because it was right down the middle, but it was a changeup after a curveball. Now you're thinking fastball, so you're geared up.
With this kid, I'm not thinking fastball though, John. That's the point.
Oh.
He's a lefty. He's throwing all sorts of junk.
You're a better
up
hitter
there.
than me because I would not have guessed changeup after
He's
a curve.
throwing up all the junk.
I would have
his,
guessed fastball in the inside corner.
I can see why, but at the same point in time, I've watched this kid. He doesn't throw that many fastballs down the heart of the plate. Doesn't do it.
Joe McCarthy working here in the top of the 4th inning.
Ooh.
BG's opportunity by the boards.
You know,
First and
McCarthy's
third.
not getting the corners too much. He got that one
No,
pitch
he's
on
not
the
the
outside.
sharpest we've seen him.
No, but he's not getting the corners. He's not getting those corner calls.
The 1-1. He doesn't get it. That one looked good enough. I mean,
Sure, the other one did too.
Apparently that was low because that got a big piece of the plate.
Right.
Tim O'Neill handling our camera here on Nashua's ETV as we look down at home plate and hooking one into right field for a base hit is
For
Jeremy
the
Valsic.
Fourth straight inning, leadoff hitter on by single. That's got to be frustrating for McCarthy.
That's a good job of Valsic of staying back on a curveball and squaring it up.
Designated hitter number 20, Chris.
DH batting 8th in the order. Chris Saba is up, and you see his first time up, he singled. One of the 7 singles that BG has. And they're not cheapies either. They've all been solidly struck. As for all the strikeouts, 7 strikeouts that Joe McCarthy has, he's given up 7 solid singles. So it's a tale of 2 different pitchers out there today. Giving up only the 1 run, though. He's been able to bear down in these kind of situations. Good velocity there on Saba. Swinging at the high one. Might have been up out of the zone, but he was looking for the 1-0 fastball. Timeout called by the batter. Base runners at Winnicunnet, I think, doing McCarthy a favor by taking short leads because he's not the quickest over there. Trying to keep them from taking a big secondary lead as Macquarie, the BG catcher, bluffed a throw to first. Valsic hanging out pretty much near the bag. We haven't seen people test Macquarie's arm. Nice curveball on the inside half.
See,
of the
these
plate.
are some of the pitches that I thought McCarthy could have used earlier in the game. Now, it didn't come back to hurt him that much, but you know, but I think it would have eliminated some of the trouble he had. 8 strikeouts.
Number 10, Brandon
8.
McLeod.
3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have 7?
Let's see. 1, 2. 2 in the first. Let's do by inning. 2
Yeah.
in the first, 3 in the second. That's 5.
3 in the second. I missed that top of the order.
2 in
there.
the third. That's 7.
That's
and we got
8.
1 here. Saba with the strikeout. That's 8.
Of course, the most you can strike out.
8 strikeouts. But here's the interesting fact. No Winnicunnet player up to this point has done it twice.
Right.
So let's see what McLeod does.
Who struck out his first time. Waves at one that might have been below the strike zone. 0-1. Looked like a slider there from McCarthy. I'm not sure if he has that or if he just threw the curve a little bit harder. Fisted toward the first base side, foul, and strike 2. Getting that one up.
Didn't hang up in the air high enough
Right.
for your first baseman to make that play.
Not too many first basemen will get to that ball.
No, that's for sure.
Prince Field is not getting to that
Teixeira
ball.
might get to that ball.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Gonzalez might. You never know. When he's playing,
Didn't get to the ball in right field.
When he's playing first base, that is.
Yeah.
0-2. Let's see what McCarthy does. Oh, nice pitch.
High fly ball, the very shallow center.
That's Reed's ball. Boy, Reed is one of the best, one of the better. I'll say best because I haven't really
Seen them
paid
all.
attention, but I mean
Yeah.
one of the better defensive center fielders around.
Stepping in now, number
That was not a bad job by McLeod of staying in there on that curveball and getting a piece of it rather than bailing out. He did not strike out a second time, Tom. You were posing that possibility.
And so it's not happening yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
Let's see what Mawson does. He struck out once.
2 outs, 1 on. Mawson has singled and struck out.
So that means 8 of the 9. Who is the only Winnicunnet batter not to have struck out?
And who was 2 for 2 on deck.
On deck, exactly. Cole Jocelyn.
So McCarthy doesn't want to see him get up in this inning because that would mean there's a runner in scoring position. 2 outs, man on first. The batter is the leadoff hitter in the order for the Winnicunnet Warriors in the blue shirts and white pants, red helmets, the red, white, and blue theme. And, of course, Bishop Guertin in the green and white. McCarthy's pitch. Got a lot of break on it. And he misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Now, here's as a hitter, you gotta guess fastball in this 2-0, right? And you gotta hope to be able to pull it in that giant gap in left center. That's your job. No, he doesn't.
He got it down the middle, but maybe a little high, and that's what Mawson probably thought.
That's where you make your money, when you know what's coming, and you just go for it.
Go for it, right?
The 2-1.
Easier said than done against McCarthy. Oh, what a great job. What a great pitch.
That was might have been a backup curveball, but it was right on the inside corner, and it
They had to swing at it, otherwise he would have been rung up.
Yeah.
Or not rung up, but it would have been a called second strike.
Now you'd have no idea what's coming on the 2-2.
I'd throw that curve all over again. He almost does and lines it out.
Yes, a little bit of off balance from Mawson. Lines to the shortstop, so still nobody has struck out twice in the Winnicunnet order. And the leadoff single goes for naught for Winnicunnet. They do lead, the Warriors do, the visiting team, the lower seed, 1-0. Bishop Guertin trying to rally around their pitcher, who struggled a little bit, but has definitely pitched well enough to win with some offensive support here, which they need. The clock starting to tick here on the Bishop Guertin Cardinals.
As we go into the bottom of the 4th inning, we're going to have McCarthy, McQuarrie, and Lunn. And that combo the first time up against McCarty, 2 strikeouts and a ground out to third. So
another situation where it's good to, it's usually the 3-0 pitch. Good situation to do it. 2 outs, man on third is a good time to swing on 3-0 because was that situation I was talking about. You want to get that optimal pitch. McCarthy's coming up here with, of course, nobody on, nobody out, and he'd love to be able to hook one down that infamous left field line. Tim, you can get a quick shot maybe here at Holman Stadium. A lot of people know this, but 307 and the lowest brick wall that Jose Canseco never wanted to see when he played left field here in the Atlantic League. 307 down the line. It's just a question of, can you get one? Can you pull the ball down that line? It will just go for a lot of these big right-handed hitters if they can time it correctly. With a curveball like Connor McHardy features, Tom, it's always a possibility. A big right-handed batter will just hook one down that line, one of those slow curves, and there, it's up and away.
Up and away, yep.
Yeah, it might have been a changeup. It kind of went straight.
1-0. Winnicunnet leads here. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Division I preliminary round. I don't really like the word preliminary round because it's the first round of the tournament, basically. There's no other team waiting for you that this is a preliminary for. So
does he get his 2-0 cookie here, Tom? 2 balls, no strikes.
McCarthy's a good hitter. Let's see.
Hits it hard to left, right, center field. It's going to be a long run.
Nobody's going to get to it.
Over the wall. It's out
gone.
of here.
There you go, John Collins. You thought he would get a good pitch at 2-0, and he does.
Drives it out of here.
And
home
there
run.
we go.
Joe McCarthy.
Opposite field.
It just kept carrying.
Probably about 370 feet, I would say.
Help yourself.
Yep.
Joe McCarthy, 1-1. A majestic blast to the opposite field by the Bishop Guertin starting pitcher.
To right center field.
Those predictable pitches is where you make your money.
I always, it's funny. I don't know how many times in the majors I see 2-0 not be swung on and missed or whatever. 3-1 is usually the home run pitch. It's not a 2-0. But McCarthy made 2-0 the round trip pitch.
Wow, those outfielders were giving chasing you. Wonder if it was
Well,
over
as soon
their
as
heads.
as soon as you saw the center fielder go back, you knew he wasn't going to get to it.
Right.
The question was, when it, what we're going to see
I
it go
did
out
not
or
think
not.
it was going to leave.
I didn't think it was going to leave either, but then
Because it was such an easy swing by McCarthy.
it was an easy swing because the pitch didn't have much velocity. It was a fastball, but it wasn't his best. It didn't have a lot of velocity to
No,
it.
it was a get it over fastball.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So now
McCarthy
we're
did the right thing by not trying to pull it.
So now you're right.
I mean, we showed the left field wall before
You
the
don't
inning
see high
started.
school hitters do that a lot. They
Yeah.
usually try to pull it, and it's a ground out to third or a line out to third.
Golf to left. It's very high and not deep. A long run turns out for the left fielder, who's able to make the catch pretty handily.
Yeah, that's Connor. That's not McCarty. That's Colin Witt, rather.
Reed. Oh, no.
No,
Reed
Colin
is in
Witt
center.
for Winnicunnet.
Colin Witt makes
Bob
the play.
Bates has our Winnicunnet lineup card as he's writing down the substitutions at this stage in the game, expecting substitutions at some point to be made, maybe on the pitcher's mound later on or wherever for defensive purposes.
So Macquarie flies out to left, and here is Jeff Lunn.
We are 1-1 here in the fourth.
Lunn had a good hack at that 1-0 pitch and fouls it straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Joe McCarthy, who has pitched well and now ties up the game with his bat with a home run here in the first round playoff game at historic Holman Stadium. Connor McCarty deals into the dirt, and it's blocked nicely.
Bob Bates giveth and he taketh away. Gives us the Winnicunnet card, takes the Guertin
Thank
card.
God for Bob Bates, though. I got here right
Yeah,
near
you-
game
you
time.
got- while I
Does it
was,
work?
while
And you
I
had
was
work?
down there hard at work at the lineup, he was giving you the gift. Swing. He
Excuse
went.
me, check
Yeah.
swing is a strike, and it's 2-2 to Lunn.
Guertin just 2 hits in the game. Probably thought they should have come up with a run in the third.
Yeah, it's interesting how baseball works. You see first and third and nobody out or 1 out, and you think, all right, this is the inning when you score runs, and then that doesn't happen. You're all disappointed, and then one swing of the bat, 1-2-0 pitch, and it's out of here, and you're tied.
For high school, you usually have to run to get your home runs.
Good at bat by Jeff Lunn. Draws only the second walk of the game, and it is a base runner aboard with 1 out in the fourth for Bishop Guertin.
Third baseman, number 32, John McQuarrie.
There's John McQuarrie, third baseman for BG, lined out to the third baseman, his first time up, to his counterpart, as he takes a bender on the outside corner for strike 1. Nolan Cornell is on deck, who walked his first time. The pitch does not get back to the outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. A little bit of a lazy wind blowing toward the direction in which Joe McCarthy hit his home run in right center field. And a beautiful May 31st here at Holman Stadium. That curve is
nice
over the heart of the
pitch.
plate.
Well, it looked like it was going to end up outside. Didn't have a chance, and all of a sudden drops in over the heart of the plate. Almost impossible to time.
Unless you're the Frisbee dog and you can predict that coming back to you. That one is a changeup with screwball action. It's down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Crafty lefty.
That's something that you see that on the changeups, because a lot of pitchers, they lean on the inside and it goes the opposite direction of their curve screwball action. The 2-2. Fisted
Goes
foul.
fastball. Goes fastball, ties him up.
Yeah, inside corner. You're seeing some players for Game 2 arriving here at Holman
A
Stadium.
few of them have been here for a while.
Yeah.
Jake Mellon was here for a while with Will Henderson.
It's going to be North against Dover. That's
Oh,
a
I
strike
went
3
right
called.
after him and down low, but got the call.
And John McQuarrie did not agree with that
No,
call.
he did not agree. He thought the ball was low, I'm pretty sure. But it did have the plate, and that'll bring up Nolan Cornell, who walked his first time up last inning and was stranded.
At third.
So Lund at first. Question is, do you run him? He's your first baseman, so I really doubt it, but we'll see.
Some of these long-legged guys can surprise you. Remember DJ Boston?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Strike on the outside corner, you know. He'd get
That's
his
how
stolen
DJ
bases.
got hurt all the time, though. You know?
Stealing?
Stealing,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, he jammed his shoulder a couple times.
A lot of wear and tear from stealing. The 0-1, Cornell takes it. Delayed steal. Throw to second is not in time. Nicely executed, Tom. The delayed steal. Taking it out of the baseball.
Was
classic
nicely
textbook.
executed, but boy, if he could have, we don't know how much room there was between the shortstop and the base runner in terms of being able to turn back and make the swipe tag, because the throw got down to the fielder before the runner arrived.
Right, it did. And
But a stolen base and a chance for Cornell maybe to drive in a go-ahead run.
with 2 outs.
Pitches
McCarty,
away, 2-1.
yeah.
No real reason, although Damphouse singled. The batter that's on deck, number 9, singled. So, but no real reason for Cornell to, or for McCarty to really have to go right over the plate and go after Cornell. And he's pitching like it.
3-1 now.
Interesting pitch coming up here, John.
Yeah.
Lefty, lefty.
And that's a fair ball. It's
Yep.
blocked by the first baseman. He'll take it alone, and that is the inning.
That's the lefty-lefty effect. He just did not have a good swing on that pitch.
No. Even though it was probably the pitch he was looking for, he got jammed on it. And it is an opportunity to take the lead that's gone by the boards for Bishop Guertin.
But the Cardinals
But-
tie it up on Joe McCarthy's solo home run, a booming shot to right center field on a 2-0 pitch. And they leave one man on base. We have played 4 here at Holman Stadium, and there's your score right there, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1 in favor of, and 1-1 tie
Yeah.
between Winnicunnet and the Cardinals. They
Big
already have the
blast.
Silver Knights up there on the board. They open up in a week.
As you saw there on the shot from Tim O'Neill's camera, the big blast by Joe McCarthy. Of course, when you're keeping baseball statistics, a home run is 4 total bases, and they had also a single. So they got 5 total bases, and despite the fact that Winnicunnet's got 7 hits, they only have 7 total bases. So that's what those big blasts can do for you. And also, big right arm of Joe McCarthy is holding Winnicunnet largely in check. They're not able to really do anything but poke singles at this point. You don't see a lot of comfortable swings and people jacking. So if McCarthy can continue to only surrender 1 hit an inning, he's got the ability to strike you out and shut rallies down in their tracks, as he's done all game long. We've got him down for 8 strikeouts. Actually, he fanned Mawson to end the inning, so that might be 9, Tom. We'll have to do a recount here. 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 2nd. So we're up to 7, and then 2 in the 1st. 9 strikeouts for Joe McCarthy. The leadoff batter here in the top of the 5th inning, as it's getting late early here at Holman Stadium, as Yogi Berra would say. Number 15 is Cole Jocelyn, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. The only batter that I believe is not struck out at least once against. Yes, it is. He's the only batter that has not.
He
keyed at
is.
least
Remember,
once.
he was on deck last inning. We talked about that.
2-1.
I mean, now down 3-1.
3-1. That ball was in the dirt.
1-1 game. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors for the Winnicunnet Warriors. 1 run, just 2 hits and an error, a costly one at that, for the Cardinals.
So
And-
Jocelyn's success continues. He's been on base all 3 times.
And there you see the first walk by McCarthy, and that is called FATIGUE, fatigue.
This is the game of living dangerously for Joe McCarthy in 5 innings.
5 innings, 5 leadoff hitters reaching base.
That's right.
The first 4 by singles.
Throw to first and back safely. Now, you're a base runner and you see that. That's the one weakness that McCarthy has as a pitcher. He's very slow to first, and you really can take some pretty big leads unless you're worried about the catcher picking you off in the back door.
Now, you see the Nashua North. Our viewers at home don't see it, but and they wouldn't be able to really with the angle, I don't think. But you see the Nashua North, players and coaches in the stands. How convenient is this for North? Because they
get to play the winner.
They get to play the winner. They get to see the winner. They get to see both teams in their own park.
Yeah.
Right before they play.
It's optimal.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
And if
2-0 pitch on the way.
And I'll tell you another thing right now. If Guertin wins this game.
I want to say something here, Tom.
Go ahead.
2-0 pitch.
Swung on a missed.
Took it right down.
Oh,
the middle.
that's right. He did take it right down.
And that's your 3-hitter right there.
Yep.
Ben Garreau.
Yeah, that's a mistake. And
it's this one,
that.
though. It's right, though, at Colin Reed. Wow, he was well positioned.
No doubt about it. They
and that's a mistake by McCarthy.
In the dugout, they had a chart on these guys because they had played them earlier, and they were yelling out what they had done the first game. So.
Even with his brilliant speed, he didn't have to move.
No, not at all.
And that's a mistake by McCarthy in my book, going right back to the same spot with the same velocity.
Here's the other thing for Bishop Guertin. If they win this game, they don't have to travel anywhere.
Right.
Because
yeah,
they'll play North if North wins, and if Dover upsets North, they'll play here again to host Dover,
and they'll take that.
So it's pretty convenient for these two schools, and if you keep winning, it goes all the way. You play again because you're here. The semis are here, so.
And it's a bunch of long rides for Winnicunnet if they do the and win this.
All right, Winnicunnet wins this, they got to come right back.
And why would they want to
unless
leave
Dover
the beach?
unless Dover knocks them off.
See, they're in Hampton, at Hampton Beach. Why would you want to drive this way on a day like this?
No, because you don't have a better record than the team you're playing. That's why.
That's why. Not your choice. The 0-1. There goes the runner. Waved at. Throw to second base is
throw him out.
In time.
Yep.
As he caught the ball on the base runner, Dennis Abolera with a nice tag. He really didn't have to move the glove all that much to get the speedy Cole Jocelyn, who got a decent jump and had good speed. But when you peg a ball right on the sliding runner, you will get the call, the out call, and 2 down, nobody on base.
I thought Howes had 2 strikes on him on that pitch. I forgot. Now he's struck him out.
Yeah.
There we go.
High heat.
That's it. Joe McCarthy lives dangerously, but almost always survives.
A caught stealing, line out to center, and a strikeout on the high heat. So that's strikeout number 10.
This was a momentous inning for Bishop Guertin or for McCarthy and Winnicunnet because of what?
Because he faced the minimum number of batters?
No, first inning that they didn't have a hit.
Okay, yes.
First inning they did not have a hit. They've had a hit in every inning now except the 5th.
Good point. And that was the 1, 2, 3 in the order also.
Right when you think that McCarthy's going to show some fatigue, and he did.
You tweeting this out today?
I will soon.
And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and this is an opportunity again for Bishop Guertin to take the lead. They got the equalizer last inning on a blast of a home run to the opposite field by Joe McCarthy, their starting pitcher and star of the game thus far. And now they have a chance to jump ahead. But they have a very difficult pitcher to do it up against in Connor McHardy, who's been very difficult to deal with. He's got an extensive bag of tricks, has had a changeup, a curveball, and a fastball of varying speeds with good command. Taking a fastball high, leading off the inning. Eric Damphouse in the 9 spot in the order, lined the first pitch he saw for a single his first time up, and he looks at one Up and away and down and in, and calmly ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Cheating in on the grass, Cam Howes at third base in case of a bunt. That one's down Broadway, and taking all the way was Damphouse. Three and one. And body language from McCarty showing a little frustration for the first time in this game. Let's see if Damphouse picks one out here or will let the count go full. Good cut at a 3-1 fastball down the middle and fouls it back to the screen. So the count does go full to the leadoff batter in the Guertin 5th inning. 1-1 game. BG would love to get the leadoff batter aboard here. Foul straight back to the screen. 2 fastballs in a row, not messing around with the 9-hitter despite the solid single that Eric struck his first time up. Saw a couple of good pitches to hit. And the 3-2 pitch is on the way from Connor McCarty. Bounces it. Ball 4. 3rd walk of the game. Leadoff batter aboard for BG. The 9 batters aboard, Tom, and you got your leadoff 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. Good recipe for a run.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if BG loses this game, they're going to look back on that as a missed opportunity.
Yeah, so it's up to Abalera, who made a nice play on the other end of that caught stealing to boost his team in the last half inning.
So
when he was on the field.
Damphouse gets on base twice, single and a walk, and now it's up to Abalera here.
Dennis Abalera had a quick convo with Scott Painter.
Yeah, because he took a 3rd strike on a 3-2 pitch last time up. So Painter is probably telling him, look for the ball here, there, or wherever here.
Grounded on 1 hop to 3rd. Throw to 2nd is a good one. To 1st, then completes the double play.
Yeah, that's not what Painter had in mind when he talked to Abalera, that's for sure.
That's a frustrating at bat.
Frustrating at bat. Good job
Dennis.
defensively by Winnicunnet to have the 3rd baseman in. Makes the play easily, and that's a 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah, you know, don't underestimate the tricky nature of that throw. He has to actually lead the 2nd baseman to a spot. He was throwing to the bag and not to the
fielder, right? Because the fielder is running to the bag. It's not an easy play to make. You're right, John, who plays second base in an adult baseball league. So
Comiso, actually, no. Yeah, Comiso is the 2nd baseman for BG. The 2nd baseman is Ben Garreau for Winnicunnet. And Cam Howes made it easy for him. Chest high right on the bag. And even though you have your speedy leadoff batter on the back end, he was still out by 2 steps. I was going to say before he grounded out there that if he had the ability to push a bunt first base side, that's by Howes. He was just hitting too hard.
Talking about the 3rd, but that's a tough call.
That's a base hit in my book.
Ooh, I don't know. That was right
You're
there.
in on the grass. I mean, it's tough positioning, but it's hammered, you know.
It is hammered.
Yeah, you can call it an error if you want, but I
think he's going to, well, let's see.
He squared it up so hard, you know.
Bob Bates is off the score in this game. Hasn't made the call yet.
It's not through the legs. It's off to the side.
That was through his legs, wasn't it?
No, I think it was off to the side. That's how fast it was hit. See? If it's not through
optical
the wickets,
illusion. They give Guertin a hit, so it is a hit.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's not what you want as a catcher.
No.
Wow.
Ouch.
I have never
got
seen
him in the throat.
You know what happened there? The catcher thought better of throwing it.
And
it was
just
like a check
hesitated
swing.
in the ball. Yeah, exactly.
It was like a check swing throw, and he caught him up around the neck and collarbone area. And nobody feels worse than Brandon McLeod, the catcher for Winnicunnet. As poor McCarty did the right thing. He crouched immediately when he saw that McLeod was going to launch one down to second base, and he got nailed. At least it bounced, you know. It could have been worse. It could have been straight into the knot.
Right in there.
He was
Yeah,
not
exactly.
looking. He was
no,
just
he wasn't.
getting out of the way and looking down. And the first warning he had that he was in trouble was when he heard the ball hit the dirt, and then it came up immediately and bounced into his collarbone neck area where he's being looked at closely by the trainer for Winnicunnet.
Tough play.
My guess is
He's out. I don't think he's going to go back.
Connor
and pitch.
McCarty is not coming out of this game, is my guess.
Your guess is he's not coming out of this game?
Not coming out of this game. Maybe if you get your pickup truck and throw some chains around his neck.
He's up. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I think he was going to
drag him out of there, but he's not coming out. Give me that.
You're right. The glove is back. He's stretching his neck. Probably going to try some warm-up pitches maybe to see, and because he's got to, move his neck a little bit to throw.
And, beware of a wounded pitcher. A la the bloody sock.
A wounded warrior.
A wounded warrior. You think like a sports writer, you know that?
Yeah, I do.
You should try it, maybe for a profession. But, that's dangerous because it's like smelling salts. I mean, you give a guy a new life like that, and suddenly just being on the mound is fun again. It's like,
don't know. The trainer's coming back out. They're going to come back out and check him as he pitches to see how comfortable he is.
He's all right. He's all right, as John Roper might say.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So,
all right.
Look out. 1-1 game. You don't want him to get a second win and now
Is Roper
write
still,
a story
is Roper still
for Tom
playing
King.
Over 30? Is Roper still playing?
Well, his team dissolved. He was playing for the Concord Senators that was the perennial champion. They dissolved, and he's so busy, I would manage to guess that he's a free agent right now. Yeah, the owner, the guy that ran it just got tired of winning championships, I guess. They lost to Lawrence for the first time. They lost the championship in 13 years, and they just said, that's enough. Yeah. A lot of the guys were older up there that pitched for that team. There was one guy named Eric LeClaire. From what I hear, he should be pitching for the Red Sox.
I saw LeClaire pitching in high school.
Did you?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
Apparently his arm is 100%, and
wow,
he is fantastic in that league, and I don't want to see him. So he's on a lefty. Speaking of lefties, right? Right? Nasty lefties.
Yeah, he is a lefty. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, he should be making money somewhere from what I hear. He's back in top form.
Well, hoping to be in top form is McCarty. He is recovered from that injury on the throw.
Fisted to center. It's going to be
That's catchable.
trouble.
No.
It's in there for a base hit. Muscling it out there where nobody could get it. A double will plate the lead run with 2 outs. It's a big hit, another one for Bishop Guertin. So they only had 3 hits, Tom, but 2 of them are big blows.
Well, the double to center field by Moraes. Off speed, same angle, opposite field, but you wonder how much the injury maybe took a little bit of velocity off that pitch. You wonder, but at the same
location too.
Yeah, at the same, it was his first pitch back, right?
Right.
And at the same point in time,
Pitch runner at second base.
it's opportunistic for the Cardinals.
So in case Joe McCarthy gets a hold of one here, maybe a hard single, Bishop Guertin wants some speed on the bases, and so they're going to go with Clint Fontanella, pinch running for Matt Moraes, who showed off some strength there. Really didn't look like he got enough of that ball to hit it as far as he did. And it turns into an RBI double with 2 outs. Bishop Guertin has their first lead of the game, 2-1. McCarthy looks at a bender that catches the upper outer corner for strike 1. Joe hit a fastball out of here to right center his last time up.
But that ball, I was watching Winnicunnet center fielder Ryan Mawson, and I thought at first he was going to catch up to that ball. That ball carried.
Let me ask you a question, Tom. You just saw Joe McCarthy blast one out of here to right center. Do you think the center fielder's deep enough right now?
Probably not.
No, sir.
Yeah, but you know what? He's trying to protect.
It's like the infield in kind of thing.
He's trying to gun down the runner at home if he can.
But I mean, I think McCarthy's just about more apt to hit a sky-high fly ball about 380 feet. That's catchable, but not if you're standing where you're standing.
Well, you know what, John? I'll tell you this. If he hits a fly ball 380 feet
and it comes straight down,
center field is not going to catch up to it anyway, no matter where he is.
Well, it's 401. If he was standing closer, he could run it down.
In high school, I don't know if they've got that kind of speed.
Fouled over near us. Nice catch in the stands to our right.
Reed might have
Who is that gentleman? Sign him up for the over 60 league.
Reed might have that speed, but I don't know if Mawson does.
Right. I don't think Mawson does because he's had 2 runs out there, and he's not nearly as speedy as Reed, it appears. Grounded slowly left side. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop to get McCarthy, and he's not going to. The first baseman came off the bag to make sure that it wasn't a wild throw and that the run couldn't score from third.
I think that goes down as a hit, though. I think McCarthy was going to beat that out anyway.
Yes. Legging it out was McCarthy. He was smelling base hit right as soon as he made contact.
But a good job,
legs.
John, as you said, by Christian Cronin at first. He made sure the run did not come in. Didn't argue a play, didn't try to dig the ball out, just got the ball and said, my first job here is to make sure we don't get the runner, that we have a chance to get the runner at home if he's trying to go.
So here is catcher McQuarrie. Al.
Mawson is, or not Mawson, but McCarty is one hitter away, I think, from coming out of this game.
Struck out.
Got activity. Well, not maybe not. We got a little bit of activity.
Oh, we got a delayed steal here. Yeah. Rundown situation.
Somebody didn't get the memo unless they're going to try to go for third. There we go. We're going to go home.
Connor's throw to home is out at the plate. Nice play by the catcher, Brandon McLeod, who I think he's a lot happier than he was earlier in the inning when he bonked his pitcher on throwing.
I think so.
That was a nice play by McLeod.
They'll laugh about that.
They'll
laugh about that. If they win this game, they'll laugh about that in school tomorrow.
Christian Cronin made the right choice, just didn't make a great throw, but his catcher picked him up literally off the ground with the scoop and tagged the speedy Fontanella trying to score from third on the double steal delayed there with McCarthy deliberately getting in the rundown. They do not plate the insurance run. So we go to the top of the sixth in a 7-inning game, and BG has taken the lead 2-1. They scored a sole run in the fourth inning that Joe McCarthy figured in with the big blast of a home run, and then it was Matt Moraes with the RBI double for the go-ahead run in the fifth inning. Top six we go. John Collins with Tom King. This is Nashua's ETV broadcast. And it is a beautiful May 31st.
Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
First game of a doubleheader. Nashua North going up against Dover. North, of course, earning their home field status. They were second only to Concord in the standings at the close of the regular season. So, of course, those two teams the favorite to meet at Fisher Cat Stadium, which will be on a Saturday,
June 16th, which is absolutely absurd that you have that kind of break in a tournament simply because you can't get the scheduling coordinated for the second year in a row.
You're right.
Absurd.
16 days from now for 3 games? Not good.
No. Well, it's 4 games. You got to win.
Oh, 4?
You got to win
the
first round, quarterfinal, semifinal, and final.
Okay, but still.
But you've got a 9-day break. The semis are a week from. The semis are on June 7th.
9-day break. That's ridiculous.
They're here, right here at Holman Stadium on June 7th. In Division One, they're
which is a Thursday night.
Yeah, in Division 3.
And so you go
in a couple of
weekends.
In a couple of other divisions, it's a 10-day break because they're on Wednesday.
Wow.
So it's just it's absurd.
It is absurd.
And it was the same case last year.
Strike on the outside corner.
Now apparently there was a innings pitching limit for the pitchers in the tournament in the past. There was, but now that's been taken away. You just go by the usual rule of 15 innings in a calendar week. So they took that pitching limit of the tournament away. So you can throw your pitchers more than 15 innings if you have to.
The 2-1 to Christian Cronin misses outside.
And even
3 balls and 1 strike.
According to a couple of coaches I talked to, even that was buried in a newsletter somewhere where it should have been an instant memo to all the coaches.
Grounded to the left side,
nice
up with it, and across the diamond. High throw, but it's a nice job.
There's your first baseman, Lund, saving an error right there.
Yeah, going up and getting the high throw by John McQuarrie, and it is a 5-3 ground out, and you know what that means, Tom King, as the first batter of the inning makes an out.
It's the first time that's happened all game. Well, you and I are just playing student-teacher here, aren't
we? Yeah. And Joe McCarthy's a happy pitcher right now because he has not allowed the leadoff batter to reach for the first time in 6 innings. Grounded sharply inside the third base bag, and this could be a chance for their first extra base hit of the game, but jogging down to first base and no thought of actually going for 2 out of the batter's box there for McCarty, the leadoff, the pitcher, he's just conserving energy wisely.
But a good job to prevent that from being. You're right, but still conserving
Damp
energy.
house.
But at the same point, you ought to be at second base.
Yeah, you should be. I mean, that was
You get the ball down past the third baseman, down the line, late innings.
That sure was a long run by Damphouse in left field to get to
that ball. Well,
Yeah.
I always am of the notion, and you are going to do the right thing.
Yeah, you're right. You want to get in scoring position.
Corey Shore is going to. At least that's the name I have. Yeah, it looks like Corey Shore, doesn't it? The handwriting there on the card.
Yeah, number 26. Corey Shore is the pinch runner. Now, you tell me the rules. Can McCarty?
Oh, I got to tell you, it's Corey Shore playing, a guy whose last name is Shore, playing for a team that's right behind the shore.
Yeah, the sports writer.
Yeah, he can. The pitcher will re-enter. So, you have re-entry.
All right. The
he can if they want him to. 8 hits for a Winnicunnet, a run, 8 hits, no error. No errors. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Guertin. Whoa, almost. I flinched, John Collins.
Yeah,
First flinch of the season, and I flinched.
It was coming your way.
Yep.
Very few balls, and as I say this, I'm thinking this is going to jinx us. Very few balls get over that screen in time to get down to where we are, and that's 6 years, 7 years of experience talking, maybe more.
Couple have though.
Couple have, right? That's the key thing that keeps us watching, keeps Tim O'Neill worried for his camera. Up nights. Maybe not up nights. Just on your toes right here. The pitch.
It's not his camera. What does he care?
Well, you know what? Tim is concentrating on completing a mission. And if his camera gets busted up here,
you can't complete the
it's
mission.
going to turn into a radio broadcast.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No,
we're just going to have a picture of Tom King's my smiling face for the last 2 innings. Our radio broadcast.
That's gonna have send people to their remotes right away.
Strike 3 called, and that's going to send the batter to the bench, and a brilliant curve by Joe McCarthy.
But now you
double digits in strikeouts.
Yep. You still have Shore at first base with Saba, who struck out and singled in reverse order. He singled first and struck out. So
yeah.
The Warriors looking to kind of tie things up in the 6th if they can get that runner to second base.
Oh, that's one of those that just got over the screen to our right.
They get over the screen, John Collins. It's a question of whether they're going to make it up here, and they do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if that happens right
You
there.
had plenty of shots hit the window when you were in the radio booth there doing Pride games. Come on.
One came in.
I've seen a lot more than that. Maybe for the visitors booth.
Yeah. Curveball stays inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'll tell you what, though, McCarthy is a horse that Painter is going to ride all the way through this game. He's not coming out.
You know, one of the things that keeps Winnicunnet from running, even though they have a pinch runner here in this situation, he's not even bluffed to steal, is the great arm of McCrory behind the plate. The other is that McCarthy just throws so many hard fastballs, he gets it up there in time. But I will contend that with his slow move to first and only average delivery speed to home, you do have an opportunity to steal a base with a good jump.
Yeah, McCarthy is shortening his stride maybe because of that, but he's rushing his pitches, and that's why he was high with the fastball twice. That time he was more deliberate.
Saba was late on that one, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, and now Lund will play behind the base runner.
Well,
Corey Shore.
I would off-speed Saba again because he's thinking fastball, but he doesn't.
And he fouls it off a pole over here.
Bunk. Hey, one of those nailed me on the fence pole coming out of the dugout. And the only saving grace was that would have hit the trainer first.
Oh, that's not nice.
I know. The trainer was the first one. It was the closest one to it.
Human shield.
Oh!
Look out. Curveball stays inside. It looked like that was we both thought that was a fastball that was going to plunk him, but it actually had enough break.
It didn't really, it just didn't curve enough. So the walk to Saba, and that brings up Brandon McLeod, who's 0 for 2 in this game, called third strike in the 2nd and flew out to center in the 4th.
Second guessing's part of our job, right? But he should have thrown him the fastball till the day he died on that one.
Yeah, maybe.
8th hitter, 3-2.
Yeah, you're right.
He's fouling a few off, but maybe dial it up a notch.
And now McCarthy in a little bit of trouble as the tying runs at 2nd Go-ahead run at first with 2 outs in the 6th.
It was a curve that slipped out of his hand.
Well, his curve isn't breaking now, John. He's not able to get that curve over all of a sudden.
Brandon McLeod, 0 for 2, looking for his first
I don't
hit.
know if Painter is calling the pitches from the dugout or not.
Winnicunnet trying to tie it up with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And struggling a bit is Joe McCarthy. I won't say he's getting tired physically, but he might have lost
he's getting
some
anxious.
concentration.
Hey, he's way off stride. You see him rush his pitches and lose his concentration. He's way off stride.
And he recognizes that. He takes a walk.
Yep.
Sort of like as he is a basketball player that's feeling a little bit uncomfortable at the free throw line. He takes a walk and resets. And the 2-0 is on the way to Brandon McLeod, the 9-hitter for Winnicunnet. Looks at a fastball just outside, and it's 3-0.
3-0 on number 9.
Now, do you go for a walk here, or are we back to the 3-0 theory, my 3-0 theory?
I think here you go with your 3-0 theory.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
That's where you make your money.
Because you don't have the base open.
That's right, where championships are won.
So
right
the pitcher's going to throw a strike.
Now
he's working on the out. He doesn't want to see Mawson
that
up
was
there.
a BP fastball, too, for Joe McCarthy.
Mawson's hit the ball hard twice. He singled the line to short.
Took something off. Ground ball to third. John McQuarrie, good throw to Lund, and
there
that
you
is
go.
the inning.
Boy, the magician, Mr. McCarthy, does it again. You're right with the changeup.
And so that got the batter off balance. So it is a threat, but it's still a 2-1 BG lead. Winnicunnet has one more chance to tie up the game, but first, BG with a shot at some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 6th of a 7-inning game. John Collins with Tom King. As we do see a pitching change, we have number 7 taking the hill. Paul, actually, is it Paul? Is it David Annenberg, I believe?
And you know,
Annenberg. We'll wait for the call from Bob.
I had
Bates.
Annenberg.
Annenberg, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought it looked like. We'll wait for the call from Bob Bates. Yeah.
Unless he already made it. Silver Knights will be taking over their home stomping grounds here at Holman Stadium during the course of the summer. Some of the best collegiate baseball players around. And some very entertaining games, and at a very affordable price if you are in Greater Nashua. Highly recommend it. We'll be covering some of those games on Nashua's ETV, scheduled to be determined. And we'll replay them, of course. Pete Johnson is the Nashua ETV Executive Director, and he's open to suggestions. We cover Biddy basketball in basketball as far as youth championships.
I've done a couple of youth baseball games here.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, we did a couple of Babe Ruth tournament games. All sorts of stuff in the summer that
keep us busy.
Place. But I'll tell you what, this pitcher seems way off stride.
Yeah.
And I think that's the injury, John. I think he's in this game because of the injury. There's no reason to save McCarty for the next game. He's already pitched his 6 innings. Once you go into the 5th, you've got to take 3 days off. So there's no real reason to save him. So he's out because he's down 2-1. But I also think because of the injury, I think that shook him up.
Yeah, and it was immediately after that Matt Murray's double to right center to give Bishop Guertin their go-ahead run.
Yep.
2-1. BG looking for some insurance here.
Going to see McQuarrie, Lund, and McQuarrie.
Al McQuarrie bunts first base side. Fast off the mound, though, is Annenberg, and that is a dangerous play right there. Fortunately for the first baseman, Christian Cronin, he was able to make a tag rather than get his arm taken off by the hustling Al McQuarrie, a catcher that packed a wallop, but Christian Cronin was able to get his arm out of harm's way. 1 up, 1 down on the failed bunt hit attempt. Off the end of the bat, it's going to fall into no man's land.
Going to drop.
Base hit.
Bloop hit. So Lund has reached base twice.
For Jeff Lund.
6 hit of the day for Guertin.
And he represents an insurance run, and knowing that, Scott Painter's going to put in a speedy base runner and try to make their way around and get a 2-run lead if they can, as C.J. Boykin comes in. We saw C.J. pinch run the last time we had a game here.
You know Boykin's running.
First base, number 34,
C.J. the speedy running back in football. It's running back, right? Or kick returner?
Yeah, running back and kick returner.
Yeah. Of course, we don't know Annenberg's move to first because we haven't seen it. First base runner he has had since coming into the game in relief. Throw over and C.J. getting dirty. Don't have to tell him.
Always does, doesn't he?
And you know what, though? He didn't even have to dive. He was back so quickly. Strike on the inside corner. John McQuarrie, the third baseman. He's lined out to third and struck out. Throw to first is thrown away. CJ's up off the ground. He's going to get at least a second.
There's the value of CJ Boykin with his speed. They know he's going to try to run. They try to prepare for it, try to keep him close, and boom, off he goes.
Right. So he doesn't have to steal it. Error on the pitcher, Annenberg, and in scoring position, C.J. Boykin, hoping for something that he can spin those wheels on here. To center field, shallow. And it's going to be caught for a double play. Boykin way off the bag. And there is where your shallow center field play pays off.
That's right.
Wow.
No kidding.
C.J. not knowing where the center fielder was, assumed that that ball was going to drop, and making pretty easy work of it, actually, was Winnicunnet's center fielder, Ryan Mawson. So score that one 8-6 for the double play that ends the inning, and the bid that BG had for insurance runs. Hopefully that won't come back to bite them. Joe McCarthy, who's had a slew of complete games, I would imagine, in this season.
He's got a save as well.
23 re-entering for Bishop Guertin in the field.
Well, that'll be
Lund
that'll
at
be
first
Lund
base.
at first base. So it will be the top of the order for Winnicunnet. Mawson, Cole, Garreau. Between the three of them, reach base 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Not bad.
Not bad. They need to string it together here to get the run to save their season as they trail 2-1. Top of the 7 in a 7-inning game. The visitors need a run to tie it and force extra innings, they hope, barring BG walking off with a win in the bottom of the 7th. And as Tom mentioned, Ryan Mawson, who made that nice play in center, a center fielder double play, will lead it off here in the top of the 7th. Curve low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. McCarthy working quickly as he has all game. Fires one on the inside corner, strike 1. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2, knee high. I caught some more of the plate. No offer at all from Mawson. 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Bounces in the dirt. Al McQuarrie, nice stop. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Key hitter here, the leadoff batter in the lineup and in the inning, trailing by a run. Ground ball and nice juggling act by Joe McCarthy. 1 out.
Throws it in the dirt.
Yeah.
It was too nonchalant.
Messed up the easy part.
Guertin 2 outs away from its. Boy, I'd have to venture this would be the first tournament win for Guertin since 2006 when they were in the finals.
And they had that great run.
They won a big semifinal.
Now you're
going to
make me rack my brain for the great pitcher and hitter that BG had that year. All-star player.
Played hockey.
Believe he hit a home run too in that championship game.
Well, they lost it to Memorial.
On a hit by pitch, right, with the bases loaded.
Yeah. I think
I was there.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Awful way to lose. Strike down the middle. Joe McCarthy, 1-1, still has
Taylor Wood.
Taylor Wood, thank you. one of the greatest baseball players in BG's history. And that 2006 season.
But I don't know if he was on the mound for that.
I believe he was not, Tom.
No, I don't think he
threw
was.
the
Remember, that
semifinal.
game was in extra innings. That game went, I think,
Yeah.
7, 8 innings.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, not 7, 8 innings. It probably went, I think, 10 innings, something like that. But the best win was their victory in the semis, playing Keene at Keene because of a rainout situation. It was the only place they could play it.
Cole Jocelyn, the 3-1, hits it hard to left and deep.
Now it's going to be
Damphouse catches
Very
it.
catchable.
Well positioned. That was a bid by Cole Jocelyn, who's had a great game.
Now, there's some coaching.
2 hits and a
there's some
walk.
coaching by Scott Painter because he's had his guys well positioned all game long.
Well, give Jocelyn some credit for trying to go for the downs on a 3-1 fastball, not waiting around for the walk. He
No.
was right down the middle, and he made a great bid. He just didn't get all of it. And Damphouse, who was smartly playing deep to guard against the double, makes the play. Strike. 2 outs, nobody on base, and it's the 3-hitter, Ben Garreau, who has lined to center. Singled, hits it hard to left, fairly deep. Damphouse going back to the track and makes
Got
the catch
it.
to end the game. 2 deep drives to left, but they're both caught by Eric Damphouse, and it's Bishop Guertin winning their first round playoff game.
Wow. Big game. McCarthy, the solo shot down 1-0, ties it in the 4th. Then in the 5th, a walk to Damphouse. A 5-4-3 double play, seeming no problem, right? Colin Reed then singles. And then all of a sudden, the bouncer back to the mound on a stolen base attempt. Hits the pitcher in the neck. He's not the same.
Fateful.
And gives up a double, an RBI double to Moraes
On the next pitch.
And that's it.
That's your story.
Yep.
Wounded Warrior. And so that's Tom King. I'm John Collins. Thanking you for watching this first round playoff game as we watch the sportsman-like handshakes at home plate. Winnicunnet's season ends, and Bishop Guertin's continues for the quarterfinal rounds, which comes next here at historic Holman Stadium. Tim O'Neill, excellent job on the camera as usual. Our executive producer, Pete Johnson, on a beautiful May 31 here at Holman Stadium. This won't be the only game that this day produces, as we're going to record another one. It's going to be Nashua North against Dover. Also first round New Hampshire Division I boys baseball action coming up on your Nashua ETV dial. Good afternoon, and thank you for watching, everybody.